Hello. It's been a while. I haven't posted anything. So here we go. I'm going to catch you up on just some random stuff that's been going on. We are heading to Billings for our annual Christmas light tour. You can watch the vlog from last year and see we really enjoyed doing this. But I got up this morning and a few things on the list. I needed to pick up the prime rib for the church's dinner Sunday. And we needed to do a couple other small errands around town. I go out to the garage and there's a flat tire on the car. So I took that down to the Farmers Union, got it fixed. And one of the tires is still a little low just because of the cold air. I'm going to pump it up a little bit. And then the prime rib wasn't ready, so we paid for it. And we got to get one of our church members to pick it up for us. But we're just about ready to hit the road. We're here. The boys are excited because there it is.
There's lots of people here. So be aware, pay attention, okay?
This is kind of like a maze.
It's not a
Kind
maze.
of like a maze. Oh, bird.
The only thing to do if you live next door. It's brilliant.
That's really all you can.
Exactly.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yes.
Elijah, scoot over to the side.
Here, you go through. We had a great weekend this week. We did our prime rib dinner for the church, which I think turned out well. Yesterday, I went down to Miles City for an outreach clinic meeting. Probably one of my last meetings with them. I'm tying up all the loose ends and resigning from boards and all that kind of stuff that I need to get done and taken care of so that I can focus on wrapping up here at the church. We did have a business meeting and kind of talked about all the things that a church is going to have to look at with me leaving. For 16 years, I've been the pastor here, so they're going to have to decide what they want for a pastor. And when I was in Bible college, I actually did a project of how to follow a long-term pastor. And it's not as easy as it sounds. But we talked a little bit about that. We talked about how we need to transition everything over for me being the point of contact and all that kind of stuff. But most importantly, I think the biggest discussion was everything that I do for the church. They're going to have to evaluate each piece of that and say, are we going to keep that or are we not? If we are going to keep it, who is going to step up and learn how to do that until we can call a pastor? I don't know much about bigger churches, but in tiny churches and small communities like ours, the pastor does a lot. Most of, the administrative stuff that pastors in bigger communities, from my perception, have secretaries and people for, we don't have. When it comes to building maintenance, building upkeep, that's all me. When you got the guy that wants to come do fire extinguishers, he contacts me. When it's time to order paper, that's me. Building the bulletin, everything, for the most part it falls into my wheelhouse there, especially in these smaller communities. So that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. We got to figure out. We came by today and put up some of our Christmas decorations. We got Hope and Joy here at the church. Let's ride by and see. We put up the lights today and we put up the hope. So once it gets dark, I'll come back and take a look and see what it looks like. Then on top of all of that stuff, you have your normal sermon preparation, vision casting, prayer time, meeting with people, all of the normal pastor stuff. And I say that kind of tongue-in-cheek because I think for most churches, what I do is normal. When you see churches that have auxiliary staff, that's not normal. Those are extra special churches, and I praise God for those churches because they do a lot of stuff and they really help out within a lot of areas for these average churches. But our community is just not big enough to sustain a church with those types of structures. In the middle of the night the other night, one of the reasons I didn't record last week is Elijah has had this cough and cold, and so wasn't getting any really good sleep because he coughs in the night, and so we just kind of huddled down and did all that stuff. But anyway, while I was up in the middle of the night, I took this snapshot of 16 below zero here in Jordan, and then I was interested to see what it was in Avon, and that's quite the difference in temperature. So this might very well be our last white Christmas, unless we come up here for Christmas to visit folks. Trying to get outside to get a video on the drone, but it's updating. But I wanted to get it in the air to catch this beautiful sunset.
One of them sees a dog.
Yeah, he sees the dog.
So those prints that are in the yard might not be cat prints.
No, they're the deer, and they scrape to get down to the grass.
Yeah,
Look how they're looking at the
dogs and stuff. Headlights.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And there's a baby.
though.
Tonight.
All right, Elijah, do you want to see what it is?
Pull my sleeve back.
Here he goes.
Oh, hey. I have this guy.
What is it? Oh, the droid.
I don't know. I don't know how to build him.
We are up early this morning. Today is Christmas Eve. But we are up early because we have to go to Miles City for doctor's appointments. Just part of living in rural eastern Montana. I have a yearly visit with my doctor for my blood pressure medicine. And it came up because of the way we do our medicine, getting it shipped up here. I got behind. This was the only day she had open, and then we decided to have the boys do their well child checkup the same day. The only things they had open were first thing in the morning, so here we are up at 5 o'clock in the morning to drive to Miles City. Yay!
Do you need this iPad?
Yes. We ended up not recording a whole lot there in Miles City. Went and get poked and prodded and stabbed, and doctor told me to do better on my weight. She's really, really good. I like my doctor, but that seems to be a normal coincidence. And, you need me to carry something? My iPad. My preaching notes.
Helpful.
Now we're heading to the church for our Christmas Eve candlelight service. We don't technically do like full candlelight the whole service, but we offered as a time to let people play different music. That's the Lutheran church. Theirs starts at 4.
Oh, well, it's time. They're
And so anyway, we read a little bit of the Christmas story. I give a little devotional thought, but the biggest part of it is singing. So we'll do a couple different specials, people doing different songs together, and then we'll close with a medley. It's 3 or 4 hymns together, all in one, and we do that by candlelight.
And I.
So, let's go get our worship on. Christmas morning. We tried to wait till 6. Jeremiah's been to the bathroom like 3 times. Elijah's just sitting in his bed looking at the camera. Guess it's about time to get started. Alexa, lights. Now in those days a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that a census be taken in all the inhabited earth. This was the first census taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. And everyone was on his way to register for the census, each in his own city. Joseph also went up from Galilee, from the city of Nazareth to Judea, to the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was in the house and family of David, in order to register along with Mary, who was engaged to him and was with child. While they were there, the days were completed for her to give birth, and she gave birth to her firstborn son, and she wrapped him in clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
Okay. Oh, this.
Turn it over.
He's like,
What is it?
a quiz too. I was not expecting that. I saw it was white, and I didn't. I've seen this side. I just didn't know what
Now
it
that's
was.
for
I flipped
all
it over,
of
and I saw it, and
us.
I'm like, I know exactly what.
That's for all of us, like the Switch.
Wait a minute. Is this a game?
Oh, wow.
Is it a game?
Look how pretty that is.
I can't open it. It's locked.
Just hold on, because we don't want to break the box. It must undo somehow. Don't break it, Daddy.
Yeah, don't break it. I'm assuming it's from there.
It's a puzzle.
Oh.
You need to pull them apart.
Oh, all the Harry
Wow.
Potter books.
Both of them.
I don't want to play that game anymore.
Okay.
So as you can see, we've had a busy holiday season. Played the saxophone for church. Did a few random things out here. We are really cherishing and celebrating this last Christmas here in Jordan. And the white Christmas, and it's snowing again today. Jeremiah and I just went to the grocery store and checked the mail. It's 8 below zero. But now it's time to play the Oculus Quest, read Harry Potter, have a good old time. See you guys tomorrow.